Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hope you all are doing well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling the greatest. Um, I'm not sick. I don't have a headache. I haven't hurt myself in any way. I don't feel the best. And I don't know why. So, it's gonna be a pretty chill stream today. I may even end early depending on how I feel, just because I just don't feel myself. Um, and that's okay. Some days are like that. I still wanted to stream though because I haven't since Friday, and I wanted to come on and hang out with everybody and say hi and see how everyone's doing. Um, but yeah, I'm not feeling 100% the best, so bear with me. Hey, Adri. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get through it. But today I've got two things I'm working on. I am working on Finding Me by Viola Davis. This is her memoir. And then I'm also working on Rich People Problems by Kevin Kwan. This is the third book in the Crazy Rich Asian series. I'm on page 209 of this right now. So I think we're just gonna kind of be chill tonight and not do a whole lot. Thank you, Adrian, for this resub. I love you too. Thank you, my love. I love you so much. So yeah, I think that today we're just going to be pretty chill. I think I might try to do some crocheting. Um, but I don't maybe. Yeah, we'll probably do some like cozy stuff. Because I've got all my stuff done I needed to for the day. Um, so really it's just the cozy stuff that I need to do. But yeah, I don't know. My brain can't form words currently. I don't know what it is. But also, tomorrow I go back to work. So that's fun. Maybe that's why my brain is not functioning currently, is because it's like you're going to work tomorrow. All systems are done. We're turning off for the day because we have to prepare for tomorrow. Like, it's entirely possible that's what's happening. So that's very possibly why I'm feeling so crummy. But it's fine. Everything's fine. We will survive it. So, what we're going to do is we're going to, I think, start working on the blanket. I need to get a row of that done today. I'm working on the sleeve of my sweater, which currently looks like this. This is for a sleeve, one of two, and I'm probably 2 rounds of 4 rows from finishing it, and then I have to make the cap sleeve on it, which is going to be interesting to say the least. Let me tell you. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go, but we'll see. And then I'm working on making a little Pikachu. I'm so proud of myself because I was struggling with the smaller yarn and the smaller hook, but we've got Pikachu's head forming right now. This year looks a little goofy, but it's fine. It's my first Amigurumi, so I'm Amigurumi. How the hell do you say that? I don't know. But yeah, this is my beginning of my Pikachu head. So I'm working on that. I've got like 4 more rounds of single crochet to do on that before I have to switch to something. Thank you. Hold on, I'll show you the blanket. So, this is the blanket. So far, it's so large that it's taller than me. Like, it's almost as wide as the room. I kid you not. If I laid this out completely, this would be as wide as my room. This is a gigantic fucking blanket. Quite honestly, let me tell you. Amigurumi. Thank you. let me tell you, so that blanket I initially set out because last year I tried to make a star rating blanket and I only got through 75 books and it was like a shawl at the most. So it's like, okay, let's do it for every day that I read. Like however many pages I read, we'll do that. My biggest flaw is I think that the yarn is going to be thinner than it is. So I used gauge 5 yarn basically when I probably should have used more like a 3. But I kept thinking, oh, 5's gonna be fine. It'll be nice and thick and heavy. This will be a nice winter blanket. Yeah, it's gonna be thick and heavy. But also, when doing half double crochets, those suckers are tall. And it's gonna basically be like twice the size. Like, it'll probably, by the time I'm fully done with it, so like this is how wide my room is, right? And it's already almost that size, if not completely that size. It's probably going to be just bigger than the length of this room. And then width-wise, it'll be probably half the size of the width of the room. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I think I'm gonna definitely like fold it in half so it's like thinner, but it's still gonna be freaking long. And then it's gonna be more like, again, a really big shawl. So I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to do with it. So we're gonna see. In all seriousness, it's gonna be big and heavy. A natural weighted blanket. Seriously, it feels like a weighted blanket already, just with how it is. And I have to have this fan running because I have no AC up here in my office. And so when working on that, like if I'm working on any of my crochet projects, I have to use the fan to like dry my hands because they get so sweaty from like working with these heavier materials. So it's fun, that's for sure. So, all right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's sprints. So, for anyone who is new here, hello, my name is Gabby. I go by the moniker of the Curious Owl here on Twitch and on YouTube. I do dual stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So, there are things that you are able to do on YouTube, and there's some things you're able to do on Twitch. If you are over on Twitch, you have access to the super sweet task bot, which basically is a set of commands that allow you to use a task list to keep track of the things that you would like to do if you're doing more productivity based sprints today, or keeping track of your projects that you're doing, anything like that. If you are over on YouTube, unfortunately you do not have access to this because this is a command system specifically set for Twitch. But you are more than welcome in the chat to tell me what you plan on working on today, what you plan on reading or doing, whatever. You know, just let me know you're here, what you're vibing with, and what you're doing. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to work on, like I said, reading more of Finding Me by Viola Davis while I do some crocheting. And then we'll go from there. So what we do in terms of sprints is we try, keyword try, to do 4 50-minute pomos or sprints, and then do 10 minutes of talking and catching up in between. So we do 50 minutes worth of work, 10 minutes of cool down, 50 minutes of work, and so on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started into our first pomo, our first sprint, and I will see you guys on the other side of this 50. So happy reading, happy productivity, whatever it is you plan on doing, and I will see you guys on the other side of it. Let's go. Okay, guys, welcome back. Hope you got some good work in during that first Pomo. I got to 28% of Finding Me by Viola Davis, so my goal for today is complete. I do think I'm going to continue with reading it right now because I'm working on this paint by number that I've had for a hot minute, and it's nearly done, so I'm going to finish this today. So we're going to just let that sit over there for a little bit. I got my blanket updated for today, got my sweater done for today, got Pikachu done for today, and my wrists are not working with me today, so we're not going to do the granny square because that's going to take me well over an hour to do, and I don't feel up to doing it today, so we're just going to skip that one. I try to do a granny square every day to get myself caught up on all the books I've read this year with my ratings, because I'm doing a star rating blanket with granny squares. Like, for instance, this is one I made yesterday. I've been using the Harmony pattern, the Harmony Flower, Mystic Harmony Square, I should say. So this one's a little off kilter, but it's fine. A couple of them are like that, but it's fine. So I was working on those. Like, I do one for every book I've read where, like, I try to do a color scheme that matches the book that I read, and then the outside border is, like, ascribes to a rating. So, like, this one that I just did yesterday, I'll show again. The one I did yesterday, this light green color is a 4-star, whereas, like, the dark green, that's, like, you can't really see it because it's kind of blending in with the black, but there's a dark green color in here. That is for, like, a 5-star. I've got an orange one in here that's like a 2-star. I've got a few yellows, which are 3 stars. But yeah, most of the reads I've had this year have been 4 or 5 stars, which is pretty good. Also, that is a reminder to hydrate. If you have not had any water today, if you've not taken your meds, if you have not eaten yet today, make sure to do any of those things. If you've not taken care of yourself at all today, please make sure to take care of yourself today. It is important. You need to take care of yourself, just like I need to take care of myself. So please be sure to do that. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow's my first day back at work. Woohoo! School year getting started. I still have no answers to questions because my principal was supposed to email me yesterday and he never did, and he still hasn't. So hopefully I hear from him tomorrow. But yeah, I still have no idea who my co-teacher is. I have no idea what I'm teaching. I have no idea what my day-to-day looks like. So it's great. It's fantastic. Love it for me. So I have my first day back at work tomorrow, where I'm going to be in an all-day new teacher orientation. And then Friday is a free day for me, and my mom is coming out to help set up my classroom. So that I am excited about. We'll get my classroom set up and everything, and I'll have videos and stuff of that, like, as I go. So yeah, pretty excited. And then Monday I have a welcome back, a district-wide welcome back celebration thing, and then the afternoon is PD, which basically is like free time for me. Like, I just do whatever I need to do. And then Tuesday I have all day PD in my building. And then next Wednesday is school. So it's exciting. We're going to get back into the school year here pretty soon, which is nerve-wracking, but also very exciting at the same time. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see what my day-to-day is going to look like, to be honest. I don't know how many classes exactly I'm teaching, but I'm excited to meet my new students. I genuinely am. I'm very excited to meet the high school students I'm going to be working with. So, but yeah, that's all about me. I don't really have anything else to talk about at the moment because I feel like I haven't really had much happen in the last almost week that I haven't streamed. Ooh, one thing I did want to say is I am still considering the idea of doing TikTok lives. I don't know when those will be, though, if I do them at all. I'm still not 100% certain I'm going to do them, but I am still thinking about it. it really is going to be something where I'll probably do it once a week as opposed to doing these twice a week kind of thing. Because truthfully, I don't have a lot of time for things. Thursdays are date night for me and my husband, so that's out. I already stream Wednesdays and Fridays here and on Twitch or YouTube, whichever one you're on. So I'm considering maybe doing Monday productivity sprints on TikTok, but I don't want to overdo it at the same time, and I don't know how long I would be able to go. Because I know there's a lot of people who can go live, but I don't know. I keep getting notifications that I can go live on TikTok, but I felt like you had to have like 1,000 followers or something like that to be able to do that at the same time. So I don't know. Maybe they changed it where like, well, I know that the creator program you have to have at least 1,000 followers to get into that. But I thought that for a long time TikTok you also had to have 1,000 followers to do the lives, but I guess I can do them. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm curious of what's gonna happen with that. So, but apparently I can stream from the program that I use for streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I can use this to also stream on TikTok. So that makes things a lot easier because it gives me a little bit more flexibility, and I don't have to use my phone, which is pretty nice, because I was concerned about, if I want to do an audiobook, I can't really, I could use my computer for my audiobook because it's just through the Libby app and I can access that on my computer, but I don't know, it's more convenient to have my phone, I think, for audiobooks than it is to access them on my computer, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I think we're gonna stick with Finding Me for right now. I still have I'm actually quite surprised. This month I have done really well with my TBR so far. I have already finished 4 books this month. I think so. I think I've already finished 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I finished 4 books so far this month, which is pretty exciting. And then currently on books 5 and 6. And then I have another book here that I want to start this week, so that's 7. So in this month, I'll already have gone through 7 books, which is better than I have had in several months. I think I've finally gotten out of my reading slump that I've had for the last several months, and I'm very jazzed about that because, quite honestly, the time during my reading slump had been really bad for me mentally, and I know that when things are really bad, it's when I can't seem to get through any books. Like, I don't really have a history, at least, of DNFing a ton of things, and that being a reading slump for me. My history with reading slumps is that it takes me a long time to get through books because I don't have the gumption to read. I don't have the energy to read. Like, I might be enjoying what I'm reading when I do read it, but I can't get through it or sit down long enough to read anything. And that usually is when I'm in a reading slump, is when that happens. And that was the case for much of April, May, and quite a bit of June. July was when I started kind of coming back around. And now I feel like with August, I am fully back to my reading game. And that makes me so very happy because I have a lot of things I want to read. I have a lot of things I want to do with reading. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I have a lot of things I want to do content-wise in terms of reading and stuff. Like, I want to keep putting out vlogs, and I want to keep putting out, reading-based content on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts and all those things. So I'm really happy that that's kind of back to where I am. Is like, I'm back into my mojo. I feel like things are doing really well for me right now, and I can't wait to see where I end up by the end of this year, because I'm so far behind on my reading goal for this year. I will be happy if I can get 60 books done this year, to be truthful. I will be happy with that because I suffered for several months with not reading anything, and normally by now I would be at probably 60 books. But c'est la vie. It is what it is. So, alright. I was going to continue that painting, but now I don't know if I want to. feel like I want to just veg for a while. I had thought about actually at one point doing gaming while sprinting. And I was playing Disney Dreamlight Valley earlier, and I kind of want to keep playing that, but I don't know whether or not you guys would be interested in that. Like, just having it, like, the gameplay going as I'm sprinting kind of thing. I don't know if that would be too distracting for you guys, if, like, you're watching me play a game as I'm doing a sprint and everything like that. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. We'll do another Pomo without it for right now. But let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing me play that, because, I mean, maybe it's cozy. It is a cozy game, so maybe it would be cozy for you guys to just have it, like, on the screen while with music while the sprint is going on, kind of thing. But, I don't know. Let me know. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into our next Pomo, so I will see you guys on the other side of this next 50. Happy reading, happy productivity, whatever it is that you guys decided you want to do this time, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Let's go. All right, everyone, welcome back. Hey, Paula. Hey, Bree. Hi, drummer. How is everybody today? How are y'all doing? What we doing today? I got to 43% of Finding Me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna continue with this because I'm having a great time listening to Viola Davis. Truthfully, she's got a voice that I just love, and I love hearing about. Like, I just listened to a chapter about her going through her time at Juilliard, and that was really really cool to listen to that. But I'm not gonna lie, this book is pretty heartbreaking. Her talking about, especially with her growing up poor in South Carolina, and just all of the abuse that she was subjected to by her own family, by just men in general, like as she was growing up. Like, yikes. It's a lot. It's a lot. So just saying, for those of you that want to read this, there's a lot of that at least the very beginning of this, and for like the first quarter of the book is a lot of talking about that kind of stuff. But I also, during that time, picked out what I'm going to wear for tomorrow, for my first day back at work. What else did I do? Oh, I made like a little beginning of like a teacher letter, excuse me, for my parents, and basically the only thing I need from it is just an overview of like what I'll be doing, because I have no clue what I'm even going to be helping teach, nor what am I going to be teaching. So yeah, because I don't know how many classes I'm supposed to teach, nor what I'm supposed to be teaching in them, and I start school next week. Yeah, my principal has not gotten back with me about anything, so I'm emailing him again tomorrow, because he was supposed to email me last night about stuff, and he hasn't. So I'm going to email him tomorrow while I'm at my meeting, my orientation, to hopefully kick his butt in gear, because I was supposed to know this information weeks ago and nobody's told me anything. So anyway, so it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I'll probably do a lot of work on Friday when I'm there, because Friday is like a free day for me, but I'm going to spend that time setting up my classroom with my mom and maybe my sister if she's able to come out with my mom. And the rest of that day will probably be dedicated to me doing whatever it is I need to do to set up for my class stuff. And then I'll probably do a lot of work over the weekend, and then whatever time I get on Monday after our district welcome back stuff, I'll do that as well. So like, I'll have time. I will have time to get stuff done. It's just gonna be annoying. So it is what it is. We will do what we can. So anyway, how is everybody doing? What are you guys working on? What are you planning on doing? Yeah, I think that I'm going to, I will definitely be able to do the last 2 sprints today, which will be good. And then like my plan is I'm just going to listen to more of Finding Me. I don't think I'm going to really touch Rich People Problems until I go to bed tonight. Just because I don't really feel like physically reading right at this moment. Oh, my back is just lighting up. I don't know why. But yes. Ew. Oh my gosh. It's like right in between my left shoulder blade and my spine. Just wants to be fickle with me right now. Ugh. Probably because I've been sitting at this desk almost all day today. But whatever. What else was I gonna do? I don't know. I don't freaking know. I never know what I'm doing until I do it, truthfully. Isn't that the truth? Gosh, it's already 7 o'clock. Good lord. Yikes. Ugh, I'm getting anxious. Like, the closer and closer every hour it gets to going to new teacher orientation, the more anxious I get. And not like bad anxious, but like, I just want to be like there and start, you know? So, I don't know. I think maybe I'll play some on my Switch for a little bit. A little more. because I was playing on it earlier. But yeah, maybe I'll play on my Switch for a while I listen to my audiobook. I think that'll be a great time. So. I don't know what to say. Sometimes I feel like that with this 10 minutes, it's way too long, and sometimes I feel like it's not enough time to, like, yap about stuff, but today's a day where it feels like it's too long. Like, I'm already over halfway done with the break, and I feel like I just want to get back right into sprinting. But I want to give myself the 10 minutes. Grr! So many things! So many things! Yeah, I don't really have anything else I can tell you about anything, because nothing else has really happened since Friday. Hasn't. Nothing. My life is boring. Until I go back to work, my life is boring. Even then, it's not much of a difference, because I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I come home. I go to work, I go to work, come home. You know? That's just life. I don't really have anything interesting. There's not much in my life that is interesting anymore. Y'all are just here to listen to me yap and complain and be weird and goofy, and somehow y'all seem to enjoy it. I don't know why. I don't know how, but y'all do. And I appreciate it. Somebody's gotta. Right? Somebody has to? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe nobody really has to. They just choose to. And if so, there might be something wrong with you. I kid. No. Y'all are great. I love all of you very, very much. I love that you're here. I love that you're hanging out with me. I love that you are just doing what you need to do and taking care of yourselves. I'm just a big ball of I don't know what, because I don't know what to do with myself right now. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do about anything. Yeah. Because no one's talking to me. I'm all alone. All alone. It's alright. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, yeah. It just is what it is. Alright, so yeah, I think we'll do more of Finding Me, play on the Switch. Now that I say that again, I don't know if I want to. I'm so indecisive on what I want to do today. And I don't really want to spin a wheel and just be subjected to anything, because I feel like no matter what I get, I'm just going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That seems dumb. Truth be told, I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know. Oh, so. Anyhoozles. Yeah, I don't know. Bruh, I don't know what to do about nothing. What's this Discord notification? Let's see. Oh, it's a stupid birthday thing. Happy birthday to whoever has a birthday today, I guess. I don't know. Nobody I know. Yesterday, it was Changmin from Stray Kids' birthday, which was very fun. They do, like, a live for every one of the guys' birthdays. They do a live for, like, an hour, and I saw clips from it, and it was very, very fun. He did, like, a lot of fun dance challenges, because he's the king of doing girl pop, like, girl group K-pop dances and routines and things like that. Like, he's so good at it. So that was really fun. But yeah, that's all information I got. So, what we'll do is we'll get right into this sprint since it's about time for us to anyway. Go ahead and do whatever it is you need to do in this next 50, whether it's reading, productivity, writing, whatever it is you're doing. I don't care. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself, you're doing what you need to do. I'm going to continue working on Finding Me by Viola Davis. My husband should hopefully be home in the next half hour from work, because it's been a long couple days for him. He's going to be exhausted. But we're going to just kind of chill, work on the audiobook, and I will see you guys in this on the other side of this 50. Happy reading, happy productivity, whatever it is you guys are going to be doing, and I'll see you on the other side of this. Let's go. Okay, everybody, welcome back. That time I got through to 59% of Finding Me, and I made some progress on Disney Dreamlight Valley. I basically got through all the daily quests, and I'm working on a quest for Scrooge that I am having trouble with. So I'm gonna look up a guide real quick to see how you do it. Go to that. Create a decor preset by selecting the presets menu and furniture, highlighting the item. Well, how do I do that though? So it says you go to furniture, select the preset category, add new. Oh, I see. Okay, so then say after add new content, highlight all the items you want in your preset. Time to save it. Select the save preset option to choose a name. Well, what? Oh, there it is. Okay. Got it. Okay, got that. Cool. Okay, so I can finish that. Open and then select the one I just created. This is a whole thing. Hi, Hillary. Should be reading Cursebound by Sarah El-Arifi, but I've had a headache, so I've just been scrolling. Oh, I'm so sorry you have a headache. I hope you feel better soon. When I started stream today, I did not feel right. I just felt all kinds of wrong, basically. So I totally get that. I am sorry you feel so crummy. I hope you feel better soon. Alright, hang on a second, because I'm going to finish this thing real quick, because this is going to bug me if I don't finish it. And it's not supposed to be like a very long thing, so... Okay, that... Put you... there. Okay, and I gotta talk to Scrooge, which he went back in his building. Of course he did, because he can't be anywhere else. You over here right now. There he is. There you are, you bastard. All right, Scrooge. I need to talk to you. Oh my god. Come on. Thank you. Okay, I don't like how that's sitting right here. Okay, that's... Okay. Oh boy, now I have another thing I have to do. Character's going crazy. Whoa, stop. I can't control my character. Something's wrong. Okay, hang on. There we go. And there's my meds timer. Okay. So, let me pause my game real quick. Once it's done loading. Come on. There we go. Okay. Huh, there we go. So, yeah, so I got to 59% of Finding Me. So far it's really good. I think that I am liking it a little bit more than I expected. Because I like Viola Davis as an actress, but I don't really know much about her. And I feel like obviously, reading her memoir, I'm learning so much about her. Who'da thunk? But I really like how she is very honest and open about how naive she was when she was very young, because there's a lot of things that like she talks about how she didn't have her first boyfriend until she was in Juilliard, and she was with him for 7 years, but never like said that they were exclusive. to where he couldn't see other people at the same time. So for 7 years, she's thinking, oh, he's with me, you know, we don't have to make that kind of assumption or anything like that. But no, 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 no. He'd been messing around for 7 years on her, and she had no clue because she had no real understanding of boundaries or anything like that when she was really young. So I appreciate like how she's being very honest and open about how she was very naive and had no real knowledge of how things actually worked when she was young. Because I feel like that at a certain point, like, obviously you learn a lot as you're growing up, but like as someone like myself who didn't really get a lot of the finer details of things as I was growing up, like, you start to become really shocked by things that you thought like were one way, but it turns out that you're actually supposed to do it this other way. And like, it's interesting for someone else to be able to say, yeah, as an adult I was extremely naive, like as a young adult, more so than most other young adults are. So it's really interesting to hear her perspective on like how she grew up, and like especially when she was in Juilliard and got signed and everything, like just how really naive she was as a young person, which I think is really helpful for a lot of especially Black women who grow up, you know, like they're it's almost as if like Black women are expected by the time they're 7 to like just know everything. I mean, and that's kind of stupid in my opinion, to think that any woman, let alone a Black woman, should know everything by the time they're a young child. So it's really interesting to see how like she kind of talks about that, and how like despite all the things she learned growing up, like what exactly she learned was not necessarily what she should have learned, if that makes sense. Like how she especially initially dealt with male attention growing up, how she dealt with the abuse that her father had portrayed upon her mother and things like that. Like the things that she should have learned were not the things that she learned when she was growing up, which is a very interesting kind of dynamic to have, especially as like you grow into being an adult and you surround yourself with other adults who come from so various different backgrounds but have learned like the quote unquote right way of handling things, or the quote unquote real way of like dealing with things, or like what is considered morally right and what is considered morally wrong kind of thing. It's very, very interesting how she's kind of learned that, and how she's having to relearn that and unpack those things even into her late 50s. And I don't know, it's just really interesting. I'm learning a lot about her, and I'm learning a lot about how she thought and how she now thinks, and how very different those things are, and what she's learned from unpacking certain things that she dealt with as a kid. It's just very interesting. It's really heartbreaking though too, because there's so many things where you're like, oh wow, like you went through so much at such a young age, like that no child should ever have to go through. No person should ever have to go through, let alone, you know, kind of thing. So anyway, we're coming up on our last sprint here. So this is the time to finish up whatever it is that you are working on. I will be finishing today with reading more of Finding Me, or listening to more of Finding Me, and continuing on with Dreamlight Valley. I'm going to go though talk to my husband, because he did arrive while that last sprint was going on, and figure out what's the plan for dinner and everything, because it is his turn to cook or order something or whatever. So I'm going to go figure that out too. But let's go ahead and get started with our next sprint. So happy reading, happy productivity, whatever it is that you guys will be doing in this time frame. We'll do another 50 before we end tonight. So get those last few things in, and I will see you guys on the other side of this next 50. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna actually cut it a little short today. I don't have it in me for another 10 minutes, so I'm gonna sign off now. But I hope you guys had a great time with me today. I'm gonna go lay in bed. I'm exhausted and I need to get up early tomorrow, so I should probably go to bed pretty early. But I love all of you guys. I'll see you all on Friday for our next stream. Have a good night, and I'll see you then. Bye.